Danny Jackson will remember this season. On the disabled list 3 times and now ends up in the World Series. Won a vital game against St. Louis. And a base hit by Rickey Henderson. He shattered the bat, but starts the game with a bang. A base hit for Henderson.
Starts a game with a bang and a crack. And that's what Danny Jackson will do. He will try to get inside on the right-handed hitters.
Stole 65 bases during the season. There he goes. And no chance. And a stolen base for Henderson. Boy, did he kind of lured Jackson. He took a short lead. And Jackson said, well, he's not going to go. And the next thing you know, zip, he was gone.
You get too many base runners. And with these mashers over here, instead of solo and 2-run homers, you have 3- and 4-run homers.
And the ground ball to Morris. He boots it. The run scores. And out at first. And an RBI for Canseco. And Oakland jumps on top 1-0. The runner was not going to try to score until Morris booted the ball.
Rickey rallied.
And now McGuire, who took the collar last night, 0 for 3, hits it to right and right at Paul O'Neill. He lost it in the lights. And that's a base hit for McGuire. We've seen that frequently in this park. It was an easy play, but O'Neill lost it in the lights. And a base hit is credited. And a base hit to right field by Henderson. McGuire stops at second base, and that's 3 hits in the inning against Danny Jackson. Is this going to be a 1 or a 2 or a 3 or a 4-run inning?
Well, the approach by the last 2 hitters.
That was a big pitch. Here comes a bigger one. And to Larkin. Force out. 1 run for Oakland. 3 hits. They left 2. Bob Welch to the mound. The A's lead it 1-0. Is Bob Welch. He won 27 games this year. 27-6, and he was 1-0. Fastball hit into right field into the corner. Canseco can't get there. That's a ground rule double. And Canseco did not see that ball. Did not.
Between the shortstop and the runner, he throws to second.
And that ball will advance the runner and tie the game. And Hatcher gets 2, and he's thinking about 3 now as Canseco fell down and now back to second base. We're tied 1-1. Up to the good start with a run, but Welch has surrendered the tying run. O'Neill hits it to center field. The runner tags as Dave Henderson will make the catch. There goes Hatcher for third, and he is safe at third, 1 out. Ground ball to short. The run scores. Cincinnati leads. Out at first, 2 gone. Good play by Lansford. And a fine throw. An excellent play, and he took a double away from Morris. 2 runs on 2 hits for the Reds. We played 1 exciting inning here on CBS Sports. 2-1 Cincinnati.
And that's why he's in there against the left-hander, Danny Jackson.
And he was jammed, and he hit it to Jackson. That's a wonderful play and a bad throw. Hassey's going to end up at second base with nobody out. Now he's going to go to third, perhaps. No, he comes back. And Jackson backed up third. Did we have some action on that play?
Because of Hassey's speed, he is not a fast runner. The infielders may think about going to third.
And he does advance the runner, and Larkin's play to first for the first out of the inning. Good piece of hitting by Gallego. And Hassey ends up at third, 1 out, and the first thing that pops into your mind when Bob Welch comes up is the coach, who then talks to the runner. And Welch hits a line drive to Morris. That's a bad break for Welch in Oakland, and that's his second out. Right at Morris, who was pulled in. Scoring position in postseason. See if Jackson keeps that string alive. And a broken back ground ball to Sabo. And the Reds still lead. No runs, one hit. Excuse me, one error and one left. Oakland has left three. They trail 2-1.
Bob Welch, a very hyper young man.
Ball four got away from Welch. So Duncan does arrive at first and allows Jackson to pitch. And here's the other Duncan, Dave, the pitching coach of the A's.
Denny McLain with that big year, winning 31 in 1968 for the Detroit Tigers.
Jackson had only 2 hits during the regular season, and that breaking ball got him. And into the inning, 1 left for the Reds after the walk. We played 2. And Cincinnati leads it 2-1. And the A's would like to get McGuire started in the power department. Hits it hard past the third baseman Sabo, and McGuire's 2 for 2. By the way, Oakland had gone 5 games without hitting a home run. And Jose broke that string.
None in the LCS. The only disadvantage is a strikeout. You have a good matchup lefty against a righty.
Still not going. And ball 4. So that is the first walk given by Danny Jackson. First and second, 1 out. 2-2 here in the third. Runners going. Ball 4 loads him up. Second walk by Jackson, both in this inning. And because the left-handed batter Hasse is coming up, Jackson apparently is going to get an opportunity to pitch. He's going to have to come to Hasse here. 2 balls, no strikes. And a fly ball for Eric Davis, and the runner tags. And the throw home is wide of the mark, and the A's take the lead 3-2. So Hasse didn't give Cincinnati the double play they were hoping for. And McGuire scores. So the A's have tied it and taken the lead here in the third inning, 3-2. He could widen the lead, 2 on, 2 out. Throw to first, and a wild throw. 1 runner advances. So Joe Oliver commits an error, sending Dave Henderson to third. Second Cincinnati boot of the night. Gallego drills one into center to add to the lead. His first hit of the series, and it's 4-2. Ooh, say the fans. They don't like what's going on here, and the Oakland fans love it. They lead 4-2. And I'm sure Welch would have preferred to hit against the left-hander rather than stutter. 2 on, 2 out.
Blue.
There's one anyhow. Now the runners will go on 3 and 2. And he did strike him out in the end of the road. 3 runs, 3 hits, 1 error, 2 left, 5 left for the A's, but they've taken a 4-2 lead. And here's the Canseco home run, which tied the game.
Bob Welch gave up about 2 runs a game more than he did at the Coliseum. His earned run average under 2 in Oakland.
And the shot into right field in front of Canseco. Larkin is 2 for 2. And a pretty well hit ball into the gap. And a bad break for Cincinnati on the ground rule double. But the tying runs are at second and third with nobody out. Larkin would have scored had the ball stayed in play. And Hatcher, batter is O'Neill, flying to center his first time. Now the fans are back in this game. And a fly ball to short left. The runners will not move. 1 out. O'Neill couldn't get around on Welch, but frequently he does hit the ball in that area. Right back to the pitcher, and the runners stay. 2 out. Now that's going to put all the pressure on the next batter. Second and third, nobody out. They're still there, 2 out. To the third baseman, Lansford. The inning's over, and a tough inning for Cincinnati. They left 2, they've left 3, and after 3 they trail 4-2.
Only about 8 inches away. That bat of his.
Ball 4, and he dances down to first. Now Scudder is off on the wrong foot here in the 4th inning. On a hit and run, the ball to the second baseman Duncan, and 1 out, and they advance the runner. This La Russa changes it up. He's different all the time.
Yep, we talked about his unpredictability.
Breaking ball gets Jose Canseco for the 2nd out of the inning. 3-1. Ball 4. 2 walks in this inning and 4 in the game given to Oakland. 2 by the starter Jackson, 2 by Scudder. That brings out Stan Williams. 2 on, 2 out. Fly ball high in the air for Hatcher. Should end the inning. And Hatcher has it. 2 left. Oakland has left 7, but they still lead 4-2. And managers pay an awful lot of attention to that. Chris Sabo leads off and flies into right field for Jose Canseco. 1 out here in the 4th inning, with Oakland leading by the score of 4-2.
Propensity to throw fly balls. He threw more fly ball outs than any major league pitcher.
Oliver gets one into the gap with 1 man out. His first hit in the World Series. He ends up at second with 1 out. Duncan had 10 home runs during the season. It's it to Gallego. That's the 2nd out. Gallego playing short with Walt Weiss out of this World Series. Injury and a very serious operation. And he hits it up the middle. Now we're going to have a play at the plate. Dave Henderson throws. He is safe. The Reds get a run. Ulster down to second with 2 out. Dave Stewart hoping his club can come back tonight. And the easy out for McGuire, and the Reds are still a run shy. 1 run, 2 hits, 1 error, 1 left. They've left 5 after 4, a 1-run game.
With the American flag on his chest. How about that?
All-American boy. And a bouncer to Larkin off the bat of Randolph. 1 out in the 5th. He had been 11-3, ended up 12-9. Second baseman Duncan. Passing out by plenty. Well, speaking of Pete Rose, there's one of his baseball running mates, Hall of Famer Johnny Bench. Bad left knee, can't play. And his replacement at short, Gallego at the dish, pops it up. That should be the 3rd out. Kyle Morris, the first baseman, wants it. Down go the A's, 1, 2, 3. Into the bottom of the 5th we go. The A's leading 4-3. Well, here's Billy Hatcher, and he's trying to tie a World Series record. And he bunts the ball. This will be a tough play. 6 hits in a row for Hatcher. Three hits last night, plus a walk. 3 hits tonight on the bunt single. In case you look at Welch and say he looks big. He's 6'3". There's a pop fly to the second base position, Willie Randolph. That's the 1st out, so O'Neill failed to advance the runner.
We told you about.
Hatcher might do some running. 1 on, 1 out. Uh-oh. Out! And no argument. Hatcher had lengthened his lead and had an idea, and Welch picks off what would be the tying run. 2 out. Just was picked off with Davis at the plate, and that hurt Cincinnati. Pops him up for the final out with Willie Randolph set to catch it. And 5 innings have been played. A's on top 4-3. We'll return to Riverfront Stadium after this word from In Order. And he pumped one past Welch. Well, tomorrow while we're traveling, plenty of great action on CBS.
Both benches tonight.
He's taking a beating.
Yeah, and the guys on the benches.
2-2. Bouncer for Duncan. It's a big difference when you keep Ricky Henderson off base, and that's 5 in a row by Jack Armstrong. And some people think he'll make it. Has great credentials, particularly as an RBI man. Strike 1 to Lansford, and a good play by Sabo. Out at first. 6 in a row by Armstrong. And a hard hit ball right at Willie Randolph, who plucks it 1 out. Tim Codd is down below at field level, James.
Yeah, Jack Walt Weiss disappointed because he's not able to play in this World Series, and the reason is series back upstairs.
All he can do is watch as Welch pitches to Sabo. And he drops a base hit into left center. Good play by Ricky Henderson. Sabo strike. He is out. What a good throw by Ricky. 2 out. With 1 out, it was a good play, Tim.
And Willie makes the tag in time to get Sabo.
And a fly ball into left field by Oliver, and Henderson is there, and the 6th inning is quickly history for Cincinnati. That play at second base was very, very close. And he's leading off in the 7th. That's 7 in a row by Armstrong. Gets his 2nd strikeout. Southern Cal product. And another strikeout for Armstrong. He's retired 8 in a row. That's his 3rd strikeout. This will probably be the last inning of work for Armstrong. And a shot to center is going to drop with 2 out. Dave Henderson gets his 2nd hit on base for the 3rd time. And that's the first hit in the first base runner against Armstrong. Willie Randolph skies it into left center and called for by Hatcher, and he makes the catch. And now Oakland has left 8, but they still lead by a run, 4-3. If Bill Doran were available to the Reds. And he might have chased ball 4 and hit it to Lansford. And a tag by McGuire for the out. 1 gone in the 7th. McGuire, they say, is the best fielding first baseman in the American League these days. Flipping back there, so to the umpire. 0-2 to Winningham. He hits 1-2 to shortstop Gallego for the 2nd out. There's 2 out, and there's Glenn Braggs, hoping to get a swing in this game. 2 for 7 in the series. Hit 7 home runs during the year. Bounces it to Gallego. Down go the Reds in order in the 7th inning. Now we've played 7, and the A's have the lead, 4-3.
Coming in and throwing 5 pitches and retiring 3 Pirates in that game in which the Reds clinched the National League pennant.
A hit for Hasse against the left-handed pitcher. This is an extremely important inning for Charlton. His club's trailing by a run. The A's have that wonderful bullpen. We saw Honeycutt a while ago. They have Eckersley. The A's are murder when they have the lead late in the game, and we're in the 8th. Gallego hits it to 3rd, and they do get the lead runner. Fielder's choice for Gallego. 5-4. Are they going to bat for Welch? And a bunt. And That does the trick. Second baseman covers, 2 out. Nice bunt by Bob Welch. And the play went 3-4. And Oliver goes to the mound to talk to Charlton. Charlton in his first inning of work. Fly ball to short left field, and Davis is there. And we still have a 4-3 game. 9 left for the A's, but they're on top by 1.
Honeycutt has that look in his eye like he's going in the game for the next hitter.
Hatcher flies to right field, and Canseco cannot. It's off his glove. Hatcher's going to end up at third with nobody out. Tying run. Tonight, there was a new World Series record by Hatcher. Ball 4. Double play ties the game.
Right.
Fly ball will tie the game. The runner tags at first also. Oh, they stopped him. Hatcher stopped, and that's the first out of the inning. I thought that was very conservative coaching, Tim. Paul O'Neill still at first, 1 out, 4-3 A's, bottom of the 8th. And a pinch hitter for the Reds. So last night's hero didn't deliver. And a ball up the middle, and will they get a double play? No, and we are tied. So now the bullpens will decide this game. The batter is Sabo. Base hit. Sabo gets his second hit. To the third baseman, Lansford. And a force out to win the inning. And we're tied going into the 9th. 1 run, 2 hits, 2 left. And a fly ball looks like it's going to drop. It does. It's a base hit. Well, Rob Dibble, what do you think about pitching to the likes of Jose Canseco? What does it mean to you?
It's going to be an inside fastball.
Lansford not going, and a double play ball maybe. There's 1, 2. We're still tied.
Joe Klink, the only lefty remaining.
And Lansford was in the right spot, wasn't he? 1 out. 1 gone. Pretty well hit. Henderson has it, 2 out. What a great play by Ricky Henderson. For the second out. Benzinger thought he had something. 2 gone. Woo. Base hit for Larkin with 2 out. Do you think that Billy Hatcher could possibly do some more here tonight? A record for 5 hits in a World Series game. Paul Molitor has that record.
Back in '82 against the Cardinals.
Oh, you waiting for the
Larkin watches it get away. The winning run's at second, 2 out.
Allowed Larkin to get to second base. So it's really strange that he was thrown over there to begin with.
Let's hear from Jim Cott. Jim?
Well, Jack and Tim, as Tim mentioned, walking Hatcher. And Lou Piniella has a right-hand hitter getting loose in his dugout. Terry Lee, and immediately Tony La Russa sends Dennis Eckersley as
late-breaking slider from Honeycutt.
Rick is trying to send the game into extra innings. Fly ball to deep center, and there's Henderson. Here we go into the 10th. 2 left for the Reds, who have left 8. We have played 9, and we're tied at 4. You're right, Tim. He didn't catch it. 2-2. Dave Henderson pops it up to the right side. The right fielder O'Neill has it for the out. By authority of Major League Baseball. May not be reproduced or transmitted in any form without the express written consent of Major League Baseball. 2 out. As Randolph flies to Hatcher. Sybil is. And he guides one over the head of Larkin for a 2-out hit. Good piece of hitting by Hasse, his second hit of the night. McGee has also entered the game. He's in center field. To the shortstop. Bordick just into the game. And 1 out. And Jim Cott has more for us.
Jack, let me just correct one thing. If Oakland would take the lead, and this would be called a suspended game.
Okay, but I've never heard of that.
And a high chopper, and this will be close. It's a base hit for Bates. Hansford did all he could. Might have thrown him out had he gloved the ball, but couldn't come up with it. Base hit by Sabo, his third hit of the night. The winning run's at second with 1 out. Oliver wants the hit to win it. That ball is fair. Cincinnati's ahead, 2 games to none.